Dimitri Reyes is current student in the Rutgers Newark MFA program. Developing his craft in the same neighborhoods where he grew up as a Latino youth, he reads in Newark and excels his experiential meditations on veganism, being Latino, his eco-ethics, and living in the inner city. Dimitri has been featured in the Star Ledger for his artwork and participation in the Cherry Blossoms in Winter public art project in Branchbrook Park, which is still up, Dimitri?
No, it's just got taken
Oh,
down.
darn, it was awesome. It was really beautiful. And his publications in the Newark Diaries, who is actually in the house today, Peking Cat Poetry Magazine, and Howl. So let's give it up for Dimitri Reyes.
This one is entitled Smoke and Mirrors. It's the day after November 9th, 2016. The air is thick with disgusting. Our colored kids are crying to their parents who are crying to their kids who are crying. My neighbor started packing his burro. People booking one-way tickets out, immigrants swimming their boats back, people who can't leave. The nation committed suicide on the East Coast. 2:51 a.m. was 9 minutes before witching hour. The stock market is a surging ocean, and we are lobsters boiling in a pot. Can you hear them screaming, pack your bags? George Carlin turned over in his grave, mumbling something about underestimating stupid people in large groups. Everyone is a rigged balloteer, lost in a ballot count. Blue campaign t-shirts are on discount. You too, you second class, use everybody that use old Americana dread. Commies are all over Craigslist now. The new president, the waiting, it's over. The people have their skin caught in the country's zipper, where our organs are hemmed into his seam, but most of us don't fit his tailoring. It never was about us. It was not about him. It was not about her. It was not about the 7 others we didn't know. It wasn't about us. It was the friendly likenesses of the weeping laughter and this guffawed sobbing that eats together at the same parties where red and blue make the same DNA.
Sometimes you gotta believe to know that you're alive and have a soul. But it takes someone to come around to show you how. He's a tear in my heart. I'm alive, he's a tear in my heart. I'm on fire, he's a tear in my heart. Take me higher than I've ever been. Songs on the radio are okay, but my taste of music is your face. And it takes a song to come around to show you how. He's a tear in my heart. I'm alive, he's a tear in my heart. I'm on fire, he's a tear in my heart. Take me higher than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Oh, than I've ever been. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the holes so you sleep fine. I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not using my taxes to fill holes with more cement. Fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the holes so you sleep fine. I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not using my taxes to fill holes with more cement. a carver, he's a butcher with a smile. Cut me farther than I've ever been. Thank you.
Here we go. Well, we wanted to talk about your New York Diaries. So tell me, what's going on with this? I see you have all these people featured. So tell us about it.
These people pretty much gave me a chance to. No, you smell good. But these people are normal people from Newark, and last year I started this on Twitter, right there. And I just wanted to get to know Newark. So I met all these people, and they were kind enough to contribute their works to the iPhone that I printed. So this is the first issue, and I'm planning to print this every month for the public, just to check out everyone's poetry and to see
nice idea.
Yeah, to see what everyone else is made of. This is a comic that's coming up, a mini comic.
Who's the creator of the comic?
Well, I am. I'm the writer.
What?
I'm the writer, and I worked with someone named Danilo Hendrick. He's right here.
Right.
He's from Siberia, so he worked from there. And we went back and forth, and he was kind enough to bring my story to life. So this is the main character, Olivia, and she has a strange reunion with her mother.
This is Olivia?
Yes, right there.
Yeah.
And hopefully, once it comes out, everyone will like it, or, whatever they think about it.
No, I love this. So who does the illustration? Him?
He does it.
Okay. And you give him the storyline?
Yeah,
Storyboard?
yeah. So
Cool.
it's just a short thing. I want to do it constantly.
So what made you come up with this idea of We Are New York Diaries?
I wanted to get to know Newark, actually. I wanted to get to know...
Get her loose here. Get loose, girl.
Okay, I wanted to get to know Newark.
Yes.
I knew Newark was famous for its poetry. It was famous for its art, its comic industry, and everything else. And I just wanted to find a way
Comic industry?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I felt like, Newark Comic Con just happened in 2014, 2015. And one artist, an African artist, I don't remember his name, but he came up with the comic book Malika the Warrior Princess.
Right.
And, that really inspired me to get to know more about Newark's literary scene. I also wanted to be a writer and also to join Rutgers MFA program, so I thought this would be a good way for me to just get busy and get myself prepared for that scene. And I'm glad I did, because I met so many people, I met so much talent, and I realized that Newark is much more than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
This one, this next one has had a lot of titles. It's changed month to month. I started writing it in July when the whole Alton Sterling, Philando Castile thing happened with those shootings, and it was just a really crazy month from July to August. There was reported like 12 police on POC shootings, and just as the months went on, this thing just kept evolving. So now it's called From July to August, but I'm pretty sure by next month it'd probably be called something else. From July to August. It has become normal for figures of authority to cloud my mind through their action of aggression and intolerance for the communities they serve. Possibilities of street tragedies perpetuate my racing thoughts to the point where I cannot breathe. Media has put bullets in my back, 5 of them to be exact, and chooses to plant the gun on others from the same places as me, saying we're the ones that are taking things out of context. That I need to know police officers are innocent according to this judicial system. And the media tells me this while I'm seated in their chokehold, as I watch countless cops walk out of the courtroom and continue with their second chance lives stolen from their victims. They're living vampires. I knew the man who got killed in that video is something now that I'm hearing too much. 1, Alton Sterling, July 5th. 2, Philando Castile, July 6th. 3, Delron Small, July 11th. Dylan Noble, 4, August 2nd. 1 death for each day of a cop's work week minus 1, for that 5th day could potentially be waiting for me. 532 people killed within 6 months of 2016, and it's rising. If a cop notions that there is something that I am hiding, I fear the barrel of the gun could potentially meet me, cold steel waiting to be heated, glimmering against the badge pinned to the blue uniform that shakes the blue steel and aims to see my unoxygenated blue blood turn red on the trigger's release. I can see it now. Bullets emblazoned with my real name, Not the one on my birth certificate, but the one that I've been destined to have since my ancestors first met conquistadors and were told that they needed to be enslaved to be saved. This real name that makes me a suspected criminal worth investigating, whether I'm driving a car that's considered a hoopty or a luxury vehicle, the same name that makes me a threat to authority because many of my people hit rock bottom making the wrong choices based on the neighborhood, cultural developments by uniform sovereignty, my elusive name that communicates subhumanity, a person without humanity that grants my historically unworthy a testimonial, a fair trial at my own funeral, my name engraved in authorities, lead is another person of color, a phrase overused as a way to safely describe systematic expression for racism now associates me with the target resting on my shoulders of a hollowed body with a rhetoric of stereotypic assumptions about my education, my associates, activities, and what I'm reaching for in my glove compartment. And where the bullets keep burning through our skin is where America's culture keeps changing and aims at this progress policing. Where the force becomes progressively, consciously aware of their oath to serve and protect. I begin to ask myself, who are they trying to serve because I feel unprotected? In recent cases where trigger-happy cops issue more apologies than tickets, and commissioners condemn more officers as rogue outliers, to have taken the pledge, the unofficial hood manifesto of I'm not living, I'm also trying to be surviving, a militarized police presence where every routine stop of a colored face warrants a chance for transgression, so they draw their Glock before their badge, pointing it and then claiming that they were threatened. They say that they were threatened, but so am I. And we are scared. We are scared because I've grown to believe that nothing is more dangerous than an individual with a book in their hand. But volumes of bound paper cannot protect me from 9mm. I am scared because I don't want to die over the miseducation of the ones who serve, protect, and kill. I am scared because dying means the summation of my voice will result in the next hashtag. To make my final stand against atrocities as a two-dimensional, clickable memorial, denoted to a pound key, followed by my name, because I was denoted as a certain kind of people who could only be silenced by my own death. All right. This last one is you left the neighborhood. You left the neighborhood, you left your friends, you left your parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, you left the corner store, you left where you discovered gayness and cigarettes and pots and beer, you left the thoughts of how they all complemented each other, like skipping school and pizza. You left the dirty mirror pics in the bathroom, you left the light on with laughter, with the stained glass butterfly you made in a dusty summer, you left the mariposa strung up on the shower ganchos, you left memories of robbery that taught you what trust meant, what it felt like to have trust taken from you. You left driveways where you'd ride scooters, friends in circles taking turns to see who'd catch who. But the real catch, there would be no one to chase unless someone left first. So, you left the various colored stoops. You left the side of the house that led you to church, that showed you faith in anything. You left the other side that showed you the street, that showed you that cutting of cement skateboard wheels caught in cracks, the rock salt that split your knees. You left the pork chops and potatoes. You left learning 1-inch rakes were not for show, that they broke pebbles and cultivated dead flowers called addicts. You left our saturated memories. Remember that time where we were about to beat up Pedro's drunk dad? Or when dopehead Eddie went luging down the hill with your skateboard? Remember when he never brought it back? Oh man, that guy was a mess. Remember when I was high and fell off the roof running from the cops? We always laughed about my hospital with the prison transfer. Remember how we weren't allowed upstairs at night? How everything smelled like burnt plastic and they blamed it on the cheap incense? Remember that one of us finally made money on the streets and everyone helped spend my money except you because you left the blood on the walls. Our names signed with our punches. You left those people, those noises, the swings, the misses and half-attempt hopes to find ourselves. We were the tendons in your hand, and when we separated, you cried. You broke the wall so hard, the one that we're still trying to climb. You left before you left us. We left you before you left us. And now, you know, it was better that way. We were your broken knuckles that kept you from making a fist. And we're sorry that we're still left punching. Thank you.